If I had to rebuild our entire production stack today, here's exactly what I'd pick and why. No sponsored nonsense. No, it depends. I'm a senior platform engineer. I've run production Kubernetes across 3 companies. This is the stack I'd bet my on-call sleep on in 2026. Before we deep dive, here's the bird's eye view. Think of your production stack as layers. We're going bottom up. Each layer, I'll tell you what I use, why I picked it over the alternatives, one real production lesson, and what it actually costs. Let's go. Starting at the bottom. Source control and collaboration. GitHub. Not GitLab, not Bitbucket. The ecosystem gravity around GitHub is just undeniable. Every open source project lives here. Copilot is native. The Actions marketplace is massive. The API surface is the best in the business. Production gotcha. Set up branch protection rules and code owners from day one. I've seen a junior engineer push directly to main and trigger a production deployment at 5 p.m. on a Friday. That was a fun weekend. GitHub team is $4 per user per month. For most teams under 50 engineers, team is more than enough. Moving up, CI/CD. This is where it gets interesting. I split CI and CD into 2 separate concerns. If you take one thing from this video, take this. CI and CD are not the same thing. Stop treating them like they are. GitHub Actions handles CI, build, test, lint, scan, push container images. ArgoCD handles CD via GitOps. It watches your Git repo and syncs to your cluster. Why not just use Actions for everything? Because CI tools push deployments. ArgoCD pulls them. That's a massive security difference. Your CI pipeline never needs cluster credentials. Production gotcha. ArgoCD sync loops if your Helm chart generates random values on each render. Pin everything deterministic. Actions gives you 2,000 free minutes per month. ArgoCD is free. Next layer. Infrastructure as code. Terraform. HCL is boring, and that's the point. Massive provider ecosystem. Every cloud, every SaaS, every database has a Terraform provider. State management is well understood. OpenTofu exists as insurance. Why not Pulumi? Pulumi is powerful but adds programming language complexity where you don't need it. IAC should be declarative and boring. Production gotcha. Never store state locally. Use remote backends. S3 plus DynamoDB from day one. I've seen teams lose their entire state file and have to import 200 plus resources manually. Terraform CLI is free. Cloud is free for up to 500 resources. Container orchestration. The big one. Kubernetes. Specifically, managed Kubernetes, EKS or GKE. The gravity is real. Every tool in the CNCF ecosystem assumes Kubernetes. If you're running anything more than 3 services, Kubernetes wins. Why not ECS? ECS is simpler, I'll give it that. But the moment you need service mesh, advanced networking, or custom operators, you'll wish you'd started with Kubernetes. Production gotcha. Resource requests and limits. Set them wrong, and your node's OM at 3 a.m. Set them too high, and you're burning money. Profile your apps first. EKS is 10 cents per hour for control plane plus node costs. Observability. This is where most teams mess up. Prometheus plus Grafana plus OpenTelemetry. OpenTelemetry is the future, vendor-neutral, one SDK for traces, metrics, and logs. Prometheus is battle-tested for metrics. Grafana ties it all together. Loki for logs because it indexes labels, not content. Way cheaper than Elasticsearch. Why not Datadog? Datadog is phenomenal but costs $23 per host per month minimum. At scale, you're looking at 6 figures annually. Open source gets you 90% of the way. Production gotcha. Prometheus cardinality explosion. One bad label with high cardinality, like user ID, and your Prometheus instance eats all available memory and crashes. All open source. Grafana Cloud Free Tier gives you 10K metrics and 50 gigs of logs. Security and DevSec Ops. The layer everyone skips until it's too late. Trivy plus Kyverno plus Vault. Trivy scans everything. Containers, infrastructure as code, SBOM. Kyverno enforces policies in Kubernetes. No privileged pods. Require labels. Block latest tags. Vault manages secrets properly, not in environment variables, not in config maps. Production gotcha. Don't just scan, enforce. A dashboard of vulnerabilities nobody looks at is worse than no scanning at all. Wire Trivy into CI as a blocking gate. All three are open source. Vault has a managed option at 3 cents per hour. Top of the stack. Platform and internal developer portals. Backstage. Internal developer portals are the endgame of platform engineering. Golden paths, service catalogs, tech docs. Backstage is the de facto standard from the CNCF. It's not beautiful, but it's extensible. Why not Port or Cortex? They're polished products, but they're SaaS. You're handing your developer experience to a vendor. Backstage is yours to own. Production gotcha. Backstage is a framework, not a product. Budget 2 to 3 months of a platform engineer's time to get it useful. Don't expect plug and play. It's free. Hosted options like Roadie cost $22 per user per month. Your main cost is engineering time. Now, what I'd actively skip in 2026. Jenkins. YAML is code 1. Groovy pipelines are a maintenance nightmare. Ansible for cloud infrastructure. Terraform does it better. Ansible is for config management, not provisioning. Self-hosted GitLab. Unless you have compliance requirements, the maintenance overhead isn't worth it. And Datadog at startup scale. Open source observability is good enough until you have a dedicated SRE budget. That's the stack. 7 layers, battle-tested in production, mostly open source. If you found this useful, subscribe to CloudByte for more production-grade DevOps content. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. See you in the next one.